The average man apologizes 8 to 10 times per day, while highly respected men apologize less than twice. Why? Not because they make fewer mistakes, but because they understand a fundamental truth about human psychology most guys miss. I spent years wondering why certain men instantly command respect while others, including myself back then, remained overlooked despite their efforts. The answer wasn't working harder. It was these 7 silent Stoic habits that communicate power without saying a word. That fourth habit? It completely transformed how people respond to me. I'll show you exactly why soon. Have you noticed how some guys walk into a room and instantly command attention while others remain invisible? The difference isn't confidence tricks, it's something deeper. Most guys have it completely backwards when it comes to earning respect. They think it's about saying the right things or putting on a show of strength, but respected men understand a fundamental truth. Real respect begins with how you treat yourself. Here's the painful truth that most men don't want to hear. The harder you try to get respect, the less you actually receive. It creates a frustrating cycle where your efforts work against you. You feel it happening but can't figure out why your attempts to appear respectable are backfiring. The ancient Stoics understood something modern psychology confirms. True power comes from internal validation. Yet most guys do the opposite. They constantly check reactions and adjust their behavior to win favor. Like a ship constantly changing course based on every wave, they never reach their destination while the self-assured man stands firm like a lighthouse, unaffected by the storms around him. When you focus on gaining approval, your body language, tone, and energy subtly shift. These microsignals are nearly impossible to fake, and people detect them instinctively. That's why the guy always trying to impress everyone comes across as needy, despite confident-sounding words. This creates the respect paradox. The moment you show you need approval, you signal weakness and lose respect. But when you genuinely don't need external validation, people naturally give you the respect you're no longer seeking. Respected leaders demonstrate this by prioritizing self-governance before attempting to govern others. They maintain boundaries, control emotional responses, and hold themselves to higher standards than they expect from others. This Stoic principle becomes most visible in how men handle criticism. The average guy immediately defends himself, makes excuses, or gets angry, instantly revealing his need for approval. The respected man listens calmly, considers feedback objectively, and responds thoughtfully, or sometimes doesn't respond at all. He isn't trying to change the critic's mind because his self-worth isn't tied to their opinion. Over time, consistent self-respect creates a psychological force field others can feel without you saying a word. People unconsciously pick up on how you treat yourself and mirror that same level of respect back to you. This isn't mystical, it's how social dynamics naturally function. Think about the men you deeply respect. Do they seek validation? Do they change opinions based on who's in the room? Do they compromise standards for temporary approval? Almost certainly not. They've mastered self-respect, which radiates outward in everything they do. The first step to commanding respect isn't changing how others see you. It's changing how you see yourself through consistent self-respect habits. While building self-respect is crucial, there's a darker side to this equation most men completely miss. What if the very words leaving your mouth are programming others to see you as weak? 3 seemingly innocent verbal habits are scientifically proven to slash your perceived competence by almost 40%, and I guarantee you've committed at least one of them today. Even guys with the best intentions unknowingly sabotage themselves through these patterns that send silent signals screaming low value to everyone around you. Imagine walking into a meeting, accidentally bumping someone's chair, and immediately saying, "Sorry," followed by another "sorry" when you drop your pen. Within seconds, your colleagues subconsciously downgrade their perception of your authority, the equivalent of suddenly appearing less qualified despite your actual skills remaining unchanged. The first respect killer is excessive apologizing, that constant stream of sorry throughout your day. Sorry I'm taking up space. Sorry for asking a question. Sorry for existing. This pattern creates what psychologists call a permission structure for others to view you as subordinate. Every unnecessary apology trains people to see you as incompetent and beneath them, like wearing a sign that says, "Don't take me seriously." The second respect killer is making excuses. When you don't deliver on something and launch into explanations, what others actually hear is a lack of accountability and control over your life. Respected response: I didn't get it done. You'll have it by tomorrow. Weak response: I would have finished, but my internet went down, then my computer crashed, plus my dog got sick. The first commands respect because it owns the outcome without justification. The second signals weakness by transferring responsibility to external factors. This is where Stoic philosophy shines. Taking full responsibility fosters integrity and earns respect, even when you've fallen short. The third respect killer is overtalking. High-value men understand the power of brevity. When you ramble, interrupt, or fill every silence with words, you broadcast insecurity. Think about the most respected person you know. They speak less than most, yet their words carry more weight. Excessive talking reveals a desperate need for validation and attention. It shows you value your thoughts more than others and suggests you lack the self-control to filter what's worth saying, often stemming from discomfort with yourself. What's truly dangerous is how these three habits compound. They don't just add up, they multiply. A man who over-apologizes, makes excuses, and overtalks creates an aura of low value that's almost impossible to overcome. Now that we've identified what drags down your social value, let's examine the flip side. The ancient Stoics discovered 4 powerful behaviors that silently command respect. Psychological triggers so effective they can transform how people respond to you almost immediately. What's fascinating is the 4th habit completely changed how people interacted with me, and it happens to be the one most men find hardest to implement. The Stoics weren't interested in manipulation or hacks to gain influence. Instead, they developed authentic practices that naturally elicited respect from others. But these habits often feel deeply uncomfortable at first because they directly contradict our instinctive responses, especially when someone challenges or disrespects us. The first Stoic power habit is strategic silence. Picture this. While others rush to fill conversational gaps, respected individuals pause deliberately before responding. When you give yourself 2 to 3 seconds before answering important questions, you signal thoughtfulness and self-control rather than impulsiveness. These strategic pauses create what psychologists call a respect vacuum that draws others toward your frame of reference. The next time someone asks your opinion on something important, count to 3 silently before responding. You'll be amazed how this tiny adjustment makes people lean in and truly listen. The second power habit is boundary enforcement, calmly maintaining personal standards without feeling compelled to explain them. When you quietly hold your boundaries, you teach others exactly how to treat you. If someone interrupts you, simply continue your thought where you left off when they finish. The key is consistency without drama. Respected leaders rarely over-explain their decisions. Their standards exist as natural extensions of their self-worth, creating an aura that others instinctively respect. The third Stoic habit is emotional non-reactivity, maintaining composure when everyone else loses their cool. In moments of conflict, average people let emotions hijack their behavior. Respected individuals demonstrate remarkable stability regardless of external chaos. Think about who takes command during a crisis. It's the individual who stays centered. This habit signals leadership capability at a primal level, earning deep trust from others. This brings us to the transformative 4th habit, where true Stoic mastery emerges. Like a mountain standing unmoved by changing weather, outcome independence is the practice of remaining genuinely unattached to specific results. When you need a particular outcome, that need creates subtle pressure others can sense. But when you genuinely engage without needing things to go your way, people become magnetically drawn to your frame. This isn't about pretending not to care. It's about valuing the process over the outcome. In dating, sales, leadership, any domain where social dynamics matter, the person who can authentically engage without desperately needing approval automatically positions themselves higher in the status hierarchy. We've come full circle on this journey through Stoic principles. Here's what I want you to take away. True respect isn't something you can force or manipulate others into giving you. It naturally flows toward those who embody these principles consistently in their daily lives. As Epictetus wisely noted, no man is free who is not master of himself. The most respected individuals are those with the strongest relationship to themselves. These aren't people seeking validation, but those who've mastered self-respect. Building this internal fortress isn't easy, but it transforms how others see you. Your journey starts now. Choose one principle to practice daily. Remember, genuine respect comes not from impressing others, but from the harder work of mastering yourself.